Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I'm going to start off this week with Mentoring Mondays about cryptocurrency and how to buy it. I'm more focused on the UK niche because I get asked it a lot when I'm around and stuff. If I wear certain clothing, I get asked how do I buy cryptocurrency and stuff like that. It's a pain, but ultimately a lot of people do the same common mistake and I want to share it with you. But also, if you're in the likes of America, Canada, Australia, even in Africa, I'll show you a very quick tip on how to find the places that are good enough for you to buy. Always do your research. I want to go through a lot of this as well in this video, so it's not going to be as quickly as just showing you Coinbase, for example. It will be, this is what you need to look for in a website. Look for certain elements within the website to see if they are really the real deal. And a lot of copycat websites are out there, so make sure you check certain things as well. So I will go through it quite a lot, so please slap on a like, hit the old subscribe button and the bell button, and I'll see you in a very short sec. So let's talk about a few things first. The universal element of this is usually ask a friend, okay? Tip one, okay? Why? Because people like to go on people's recommendations, and most people tend to go to Coinbase, right? Coinbase is good, don't get me wrong, but it's got its issues, right? I'm not going to go too deep in it, but it's got a few little issues. Sometimes you do a withdrawal and it'll get pending. You've got to do a verification, basically to see that you have not changed into an alien over a past week or so. You also get withdrawal limits. I've got the full amount on my account now, so I don't have any issues with my account unless I want to put in 100 grand instead of 10,000. So I'm pretty lucky that way. But what I want to share with you first is what happens when you put something in Google. So if you go on Google, and very, very quickly you're going to start seeing something, right? So when you're on it, the first thing most people do, you got to put yourself in the mind of a person, right? I want to buy crypto. What you need to do is go how to buy crypto in the UK. Now this is usually what you put in, right? The biggest misconception that people do is they go to the first two links on Google. It's the obvious one, right? Etoro and plus 500. Do not buy from these. These are not asset classes that you own, right? Why? Because they're CFD or spread betting platforms, okay? They're different. The contracts they're designed for trading purposely. When you look at cryptocurrency now, I'm trying not to go too advanced here if you are pretty basic. You will not own any of that asset. You're a part of a leverage and margin system. You will get burnt if you're new. And if you know how to sell and buy on those platforms, fair enough, but do not invest if you're looking to hold on to the asset. So you got a lot of top tips on how to do certain stuff, but you've also got other websites. Now CryptoMate is a one that pops up quite quickly. Personally, I've never used it, so I'm not going to recommend it in this video, but this is kind of giving you an idea. There's a lot out there, but what you need to look for is certain elements of regulation and what sort of insurances that they have. Now these are a UK company, they're based down in Cardiff, but I don't know enough to recommend this, so please honestly do your research. And what you need to look for is within the terms and conditions and in the about us is all the regulation and all the kind of insurance funds that they may have if anything goes completely tits up. Now a lot of them do state what they've got and certain things, but some of them don't. Some of them don't at all, and that is what you need to look for. Now if I just go on about us, you see there they've had over nearly 11,000 customers, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it could be quite a lot. It depends on how much they're using, but you need to look into each company, right? So for me, I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole. But if you look on the likes of Coinbase, for example, you see a lot more. Why? It's protected by insurance, they've got secure storage, and we know this anyways because they're the leaders. And if you look at this, if you go learn more, you're going to get a lot more information, a lot more kind of clarity on certain stuff. FDIC insurance up to 250,000. So technically, in America, if you had $250,000 in there and it fucks off, you're insured. So it's pretty good that. So that is why Coinbase gets a big thumbs up for me, because it's an insured area. It's insured. It's fucking insured. It's awesome. So it's better than your bank technically. But that's kind of what we're getting at with this video, to try and give you peace of mind that you can trust an online exchange, but knowing what you're looking for. You need to find if they're insured, you need to find if they're regulated, you need to find all the the nuts and crannies that they may be hiding. If they've got 2FA, good for security, and they've also got all this kind of bits and bobs. They've got a lot on Coinbase, and you need to really go and dig deep in terms of what they've got. So legal privacy, they've got licenses, disclosures, they've got all the licenses here, so all the legal stuff. So these are the states that they're regulated in America, for example, and they've got the ones in disclosures where they've got issues in certain states, for example. It's all fully there, which is good. Now, that is just Coinbase, but I want to go back a step and say, because I said America and stuff like that, you may be thinking, well, what do I do if I'm in America, right? Just put in how to buy crypto in USA. Why am I saying USA? Because USA is a bit different. It's a bit funny. You lot are funny. You do weird things. You don't have the certain things that we have. For example, your food's a bit odd, your chocolate's a bit odd, but also your cryptocurrency and your SEC regulations are really strange as well. You can't do certain things in America. I understand why you want to protect people, but ultimately some of the stuff you're a bit too silly on. Now, you're going to find issues. Now, the best one that I found on the website wise is this one. Buy Bitcoin Worldwide. It's a really good website, and you can find out that, how it works. These are the ones that are pretty much regulated in the US that you can use. So local Bitcoins is a big one. You've got Gemini, you've got Bitstamp, you've got Kraken. They're all like ones where you can actually physically use. So obviously have a look. And same if you're in different countries, just put in how to buy crypto and then just put your country. I know it sounds really obvious, but people don't do that. They go on to the what people are recommending and they go, oh, I can't get on that, I can't use it, what do I do? I don't know. Then they stop, and they just completely stop. They don't do any research. Now, if I put in Africa, again, you got plus 500. Don't click on that link, but have a look at the top best 5 in Africa. And I'm got a pretty good sure that there's going to be a few on it. Local Bitcoin is pretty much universal. Paxful's a one, which I recognise anyways. And then you've probably got ZebiPay for India. ZebiPay is pretty good, or ZebPay even, if I put my words right. And we'll put one more country in here. Put Australia. I'm pretty sure CoinJar will come up for Australia. There's quite a few. Hold on. Buy Bitcoin. So basically, if you go on buy Bitcoin Worldwide, put in your country essentially, and you'll find. So you got Coinbase, CoinMama, Coinbase Pro, CoinJar, buy Bitcoin. So this is what you need. You physically need this. Why? Because a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Now, let's get back to it. We're in the UK now. Hello. Cup of tea time. Coinbase is probably the best at the moment. Why? Because it's insured. Why? Because it's quick, it's easy. You can withdraw into PayPal for free. You can deposit via your bank for free. It's a pain in the ass, but it's good to do for free. However, if you're a lazy bugger and you want to just do it by your card, you will get stung by a 4% charge, which is crazy. So if you put £1,000 in, 40 of that pound gone. Just be wary of it. Okay. So Coinbase is probably your protocol default setting, right? However, there's issues with it. I want to highlight these issues right now. One, the limits are a bit shit, right? So when you're a new account, a new user, whatever, you've only got like a £200 limit per month or per week in some cases, if you're lucky. That's an issue. Certainly if you want to put a couple of grand in, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. The next one is it has verification procedures that are a bit mental. Reasoning, withdrawals, they will sometimes ban your account. Not so much ban it, but they'll freeze it for 72 hours to go through it manually. Because it's all automated. It's all an automated system. So you put your face to the webcam, you put your ID next to your head, you look like a lion, la, 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 and then they will see if it's you, and then they'll approve you via the computer. Sometimes it'll go, no, I do not want you. Redo your verification because you've maybe not been on for 6 months or so. A lot of people had that in the bear market. They didn't even log on to Coinbase for a while. Then they started buying cryptocurrency again, and they were like, oh, can I just check your verification, please? Okay. So, just careful of that one. So that's one. The next one I want to mention is the biggest in terms of the most wallets at the moment. The old daddy of blockchain, blockchain.com. It's been around for a while now. It's crazy how big it is. But this is again on level par with Coinbase in terms of regulation, in terms of all the shit that goes with it, all the boring stuff really. And blockchain is one of the main wallet providers. You get a free wallet on here for Bitcoin. You can get everything you need. You can check your own hashes. You can check all the charts and the data. It's really, really good. Now, this is a blockchain explorer. You can have a good play around with this and you can see what the difficulty is doing, but you don't need to know all that just yet. So as you're brand new, if you want to create a Bitcoin wallet, this is a great way to go. So go to blockchain.com, create a Bitcoin wallet, okay? You can buy Bitcoin on here. You can buy 4 different cryptocurrencies at the moment. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar Lumen. Pretty different, okay? Stellar is a freaking awesome buy for the future, by the way. And you can get some freebies. So if you go on there now and literally verify your account, you get $20 worth of Stellar Lumen for free. Cool. So there you go. Another one is Uphold. Uphold can be used in other countries as well. Now, this is probably the best at the moment for diversification. Why? You can buy the most amount of currencies on here with fiat currency. You got 9. Okay, you can buy 9 from your card or your bank essentially straight off the bat. So that's good. Now, they like a bit of comparison here, but I like the transparency on Uphold. Uphold has the best transparency by far. Why? Because it reveals all. Now, you've got here 9 digital currencies, you've got 8 on Coinbase, right? So it's already the winner on that one. They've also got more traditional currencies, so you can actually convert and transfer different currencies. So you've got like Japanese sort of currencies, you've got the US dollar, you've got the Canadian dollar, you've got the Australian dollar, you've got everything. Honestly, you've got all these different currencies. Whereas Coinbase got 3. Revolt has got 25, but I don't want to talk about Revolt, I think it's shit. And then you got different trading pairs, a lot more. So it's a lot different in terms of like diversification. You can use it and play around with it. If you've got random money somewhere, you can put it on a pool and move it around. Pretty good. It's also got a very good Trustpilot review, 7.6. Pretty good. But this is what I like, the trusted and transparency. Why? Look at this. You can see their whole vault. Pretty cool. Now, when it loads, there we go. So, reserve status. This is pretty freaking class. This is what I like about it. So, you can see all the different tiers that they've got. So, you'll probably start to see here all the different sort of currencies they've got. So, British pound, Chinese yuan, you got euro. You've also got all this. Okay, look at these. Cool. Then you've got obviously the tiers in your what do you call it? Your digital currencies. These are the digital currencies that you do. So, you buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Basic Attention Token, Bitcoin Gold, XRP, and Cred. Pretty cool. And then you got the other stuff, universal stuff like the secure wallets. But yeah, look at that. Pretty good going in terms of usage. And this country, this can be used pretty much all over the place, right? So this is one of the best ones, activity throughout the world. So you got America, you got obviously in Iceland, nice. You got the UK, that's probably me right now. And then you got, fuck me in the ass, all over the place. So yeah, this is kind of cool. Obviously, do your research and have a little look, but you can kind of see the stats of Morocco, how certain things are happening in Morocco. It's pretty cool. So obviously, if you like transparency and stuff, it's pretty cool. They've also got a bit of like cryptocurrency sort of glossary terms. So if you're completely new to, oh my god, what are you talking about, Ash? This will kind of give you an insight of what's what. So they are a pretty good company. I've used them before. I've used them to withdraw into my bank in the past. I've used them to buy cryptocurrency. My parents have used it. It's pretty good going. So yeah, Uphold's one of the ones that are pretty good, but there is quite a bit of fees involved. It's not 100% free like most of the ones I've mentioned so far. So just be careful of that. And I want to talk about something at the end in terms of a free platform you can use that's pretty new in the UK. And I also know some of the guys that run it, so it's pretty good that way. But everyone's going to start looking for places where it's free, because it's going to get quite expensive very, very quickly if the market goes up again. Okay, exchange, where it is actually the cheapest at the moment. These are relatively new, these guys. They're pretty new in the world of cryptocurrency in terms of like having an established platform. You got to think blockchain.com, been around since 2011, Coinbase, similar sort of time, so it's a long time. So these guys have been around since the end of last year, about 8 months now, give or take. So it's kind of one of those things where they've got to get off the ground, but they have some things that the other guys don't have. They have the cheapest fees, which is good. So in the other mentions that I gave before with the likes of Uphold and blockchain, if you're trading it and moving it around, you're going to get penalised by a pretty big fee. These guys have a very good fee structure that I think is probably by far the best in terms of what you're getting. Now, It's deposit completely free. You don't have to deposit by card, by a bank. And even the withdrawal fee is pretty good going, considering if you are using your bank on the likes of Coinbase, you get penalised quite a lot. And yeah, it's going to hurt every time you do a withdrawal. It's a good couple of percent, but this is a £5 fee. So if you got, if you're withdrawing £5,000, for example, and it's a percentage, it's quite horrible. It hurts a lot. And certainly when it's about 1 to 2%, it kind of really eats up your income. Now, trading is even better on this. I think it's it's pretty good. 1.39% is pretty good in terms of the trading element of it if you're trading it and moving it around, okay? When you do it on Coinbase, for example, it is pretty horrible in terms of the trading fee. So if you move it into your UK wallet, for example, it really is. It's a good 4%. It's like, it's gut-wrenching in some elements. So never ever trade in it. Now, again, I've already mentioned these guys are relatively new. So just, do your research, check them out. But these guys are legit. I've spoken to the owner a few times. Good guys. Now, these are going to probably be up and around in the UK quite a lot. They're doing a lot of events. They've got an event on in London in 25th of April. So check it out. Check out their social media for details on that. But you can get a decent account on this. You can be able to buy cryptocurrency very, very quickly. Very, very cheap as well because it's free. It's free to actually buy it. And that's what makes it better. That's what makes everything good about it. If you consider that you need to buy cryptocurrency and you don't want to pay any fees, there's options out there, and this is one of the options out there that you can use. Now, in terms of this, in terms of everything that goes on with it, just obviously you need to be 100% sure what you're doing. Now, obviously get education, do your research. Now, if you're looking to buy into cryptocurrency for the first time, a lot of this video will be pretty good for you. Okay, knowing that, this is how you can buy it, this is how to avoid certain things, this is how to know if they're safe and secure. Now, the biggest problem you've got with most people in cryptocurrency, they buy cryptocurrency, they then put it into a growth bot or an ROI bot or whatever. Don't do that. Literally, buy the asset and hold on to it because you physically own it. Massive. So, if I was you, check out the links below, learningcrypto.co.uk, get on a course, and honestly, this is by far the greatest time ever you'll have to educate yourself and develop yourself and learn about this asset class, because in the next 6 to 10 months, for example, and the prices of Bitcoin's up and away, and you've finally got the urge to go and learn, you've probably already missed quite a few boats because you'll be playing catch up, you'll be running into coins that are really, really high. You'll get burnt, and it always happens. The person who last buys tends to get smashed by the wave, that old saying. Learn. So I hope you got some good value out of this. I know it's a bit advanced for some people if you're like, whoa, what are you talking about? But if you're looking to buy a cryptocurrency in the UK, you must do your research. If you're looking to buy them in other countries, obviously do your research, find out if you can buy them. But ensure that you are looking for the platforms that offer the best service, but also the cheapest rates. This on the screen, get5.io, is by far in the UK the cheapest by far. Free deposits, very, very low trading fees, and it's obviously very new and unestablished, but that is the great thing about it. They are majorly different to the others. Now, you can use Coinbase, but you will get majorly stung. 4% on depositing via card is crazy if you're looking to put a big amount in. These guys are free, so ensure you look at keeping your cryptocurrency. Ensure that you look at spending less on fees, and yeah, also subscribe to my channel.